Ladies and gentlemen, this is Katie Huff Ministries, and I am thrilled to have my dear friend Chris Bilgaurd, who is here to talk about the War on Truth, and he works for His Glory, which is a ministry in Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
And I am thrilled to have him here, and we are excited to talk about the War on Truth. Like, there hasn't been an issue with a lot of lies lately, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So why don't you tell me your background and where you're from and how this became what it is?
So the War on Truth is, well, first of all, I was a Hollywood guy that had a career there for about 40 years. I was good buddies with Andrew Breitbart. I had made a movie in 2005 about the border that got me blacklisted, and that's how I got to meet Andrew. We worked together for years doing different stuff. The War on Truth is actually a sequel to a movie we did that my partner Nick Searcy. You may know Nick Searcy. Is much taller than I am, much better looking, big international film and television star. He used to be in a series called Justified. He's in a whole bunch of movies. He's a very, very big star.
Wow.
Well, he'll tell you that too if you ever meet him.
Okay.
He's very bizarre.
Okay.
That's humor, just
All
so
right.
you know. Nick
gotta
is
have a good sense of humor,
Nick
right?
is one of the bravest guys you saw come out of Hollywood. He was one of the first guys to stand up as a Christian and a conservative and just take it on the chin. He's an amazing man, and he does a great job in The War on Truth. He stars in it. He produced it. I directed it. You know, sometimes God wants you to do something, he whispers in your ear, and if you don't listen, he taps you on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't listen, he punches you in the stomach.
Oh yeah, he never lets go.
So Pastor Dave and some other people are like, you guys should make a sequel. Like, And I was away doing a different movie, and the FBI came a quarter mile in my ranch in Texas, and I found out I was the subject in an investigation as a terrorist threat to the United States of America for making the first movie, Capital Punishment.
Wow.
So after going through a bunch of different legal stuff with my lawyers and stuff and that, Nick and I are talking. Nick's like, you know, if they're doing this to you, what are they doing to other people? And the answer to that is, as stressful as it was, because they wanted to Flynn me. And I've worked with Mike Flynn. It was very obvious from the beginning, the way they were doing stuff. And it was, my dad was 109th Session at the FBI Academy, so for them to come and do that to a guy like me, worked with law enforcement for so many years, it was really a slap in the face.
Wow.
But the answer is, if they're doing this to you, what are they doing to other people? It's what they did to me was nothing compared to what they've done to families like like Sarah McAfee and her husband Colt, or Ashley Babbitt's family, or the Boylan family, or the Reffitt family, or the Martinez family, or Derek's family. I mean, Kinnison's family. There's what you're going to see in this is stuff you'd never think happened in the United States of America.
Wow.
You know, people being in solitary confinement for months at a time for misdemeanor things. People being in prison for over 2 years waiting for trial. You're going to see there's a good Marine in here, J.D. Rivera, went to federal prison for doing his job as a photojournalist for misdemeanor trespassing charges. Goes to federal prison. And we call it the War on Truth because the movie comes out and he just puts a message out on TikTok. Guy's got 110,000 followers.
Wow.
TikTok kills him the next day.
Of course.
Shuts him off. That's the War on Truth.
Well, obviously our speech is being halted in a lot of these cases because they don't want the truth to come out, because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But God came to give us life into the fullest, and so God wins in the end, right?
God wins in the end, and you're going to see stuff in here that's going to break your heart and feel so dark and heavy, but the movie is actually very inspiring because it's a call to revival. Because what we found out, and I found out why God wanted us to make this movie, is when you see how the Christians are targeted in this movie and how the FBI is making a database of Christians, and that's told you by an FBI whistleblower. I'm not making that up. This movie will inspire you. When you see people like Sarah McAfee, when you see people like Annette Keeney, who lost her child because of what they did to her because of January 6th, this is just
crazy. It's evil.
It's evil, but it shows you that it's a war on truth. It's a war of good and evil. But we win this thing if we all come to God.
Amen.
And we know it wins in the end.
Yes.
And the truth will come out.
Well, I am so grateful that you come here and we've been able to meet and you shared this documentary with me, and we'll definitely look at it. And this is not the end, it's just the beginning, I think, of a relationship with you and His Glory and us with Katie Huff Ministries. And
well, you're from Montana, which is the second best state in the union to live in.
Well, I don't know if it's second or first. It might be a flip of a coin between Texas and Montana. And that's where Chris is from. So
Great city.
and we both have cowboy boots on, and
Yes, ma'am. You have nice boots too.
Thank you.
Those aren't poser boots. Those are nice boots.
Yes, well, thank you.
So you can see the movie at thewarandtruthmovie.com, warandtruthmovie.com, or go to His Glory TV, and you can actually see the first one for free, which will set you up for this one.
Awesome. We'll do it. So I appreciate you, and again, you can go to His Glory.
Yes, ma'am.
Is where you're going to find out all these resources. And I obviously want you not to miss any of this information that we're giving you, because we want to empower you to be educated, to make informed decisions of what is the war on truth. And obviously, I am on Spotify and Apple and Facebook and Rumble and Instagram and YouTube, and we just want people to be informed so they can make the right decision for themselves. So thank you, Chris, for your
Katie,
time.
thank you for being brave enough to have me on your show. You're awesome. You and your hubby have a safe trip back. If you ever come to Texas, come visit me and my wife Lisa. We'll put you up on the ranch and take care of you.
God bless you. God knows we love going to Texas and being on ranches, so I might take you up on that pretty soon.
His Glory's having a revival in October, so come down and see his thing.
We'll do it.
Yes, ma'am.
God bless you. Thank
too.
you.
Thanks. You know what we should do is after you see the movie, let's get Nick to come in and do a longer show with you. Because if you see the movie, you're going to have so many questions.
My name is Katie Huff Mortensen, and my ministry is Katie Huff Ministries out of Lolo, Montana. Unfortunately, women in general, a lot of times will have self-betrayal and shame and settling in their careers or in their relationships. And so I am in the process of helping them to be, do, and have all God created them to be, and to set themselves free from whatever is holding them back.
My wife went to her women's retreat and she came back a different woman. She had so much more confidence.
I would say in general, they do not see or recognize how they're worth. They're worthy of it all, and they've been, beat down from a career or a relationship or family relationships, or they're just shouldering so much of the past is one big thing. And then the other thing is not realizing who they are in the eyes of Christ, that they are forgiven, they are loved unconditionally, that there are no mistakes, there's only lessons, and that God's plan is so perfect. And so they go from walking in clay, not sure, a little depressed, sad, feeling terrible about their past and being stuck and not moving forward, knowing that there's something much bigger for them in the future.
I had the wonderful chance to meet Katie when I went to a conference, and the first thing I noticed about her is she had an amazing energy.
Well, great people like the women that have come in the past and continue to come is that they are coming because they know that there is light at the end of their struggle.
She's an awesome leader, a mentor.
I have seen over the last 14 years of doing this, women come in broken, and they are sad and depressed, frustrated, and they walk out smiling. They've had a breakthrough of what they can be, do, and have.
Attend her retreat, and you will never be the same.
I have known Katie Huff Mortensen for about 16 years, and she is just an amazing leader.
It is pretty incredible. It's in Paradise, Montana, and that's not by chance. It's an absolutely gorgeous surrounding. There's a hot springs there that women can relax in between sessions. They can have their cup of coffee in the morning in the hot springs. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the food is incredible. We are in a Camp Bighorn is the name of the location, and it is a Christian campsite. We have 2 sessions in the morning, we have 1 in the afternoon, and then this past year we actually did a ropes course where it was suspending ourselves and getting over fear, which was a huge stretch of your courage to be set free. And in this fall of last year, we actually went floating down the river in rafts as an excursion. We have the Bison Refuge as another excursion. So there's a big mix of, education and support and sessions, followed by outings and relaxation, great food, great camaraderie, sisterhood. where people feel very safe and they have major breakthroughs. They can buy tickets at Eventbrite under Katie-Huff Ministries. So katy-huff.com is the website that they can go to get more information. So Katie-Huff, HUFF.com on my website, and they can see where it says events. And the cost depends on their lodging in the sense that they have 3 different tiers of lodging. They can be on the river, and that is the best view. You're on the river. The second one is in a cabin with 2 queen beds, and then a third option. So the rooming is the difference between anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 for those 4 days. And it includes everything in the food and the adventures and the lodging. I want you to go to katy-huff.com/events and fill out the form so I can call you and lead you from where you are today to the event in May 4th through the 7th, 2025 in Paradise, Montana, which is an incredible location where you will be set free to live your best life ever.